I'm Nick.
I'm Taylor.
And this is Budget Bill Garage.
All right.
And I'll plug it in and put it out on the street.
Taylor and I have purchased this one-of-a-kind, super rare, glow-in-the-dark skull, which also came with most of a 1968 El Camino. It's kind of rough.
Yeah, it's turning.
Okay, we have no brakes. Was that supposed to be like that? I mean, that's not normal. Just putting that out there. Oh, fuck. Oh, that doesn't sound good. But it's pretty good. It is a 68, even though it's got these weird square headlights that looks like he just sheet metal screwed in there and put a bunch of glue on this side that you can't see. But there are some cool things about it. It's already got headers. It's got old school Mickey Thompson valve covers that are yellow and awful, and we'll make those go black. And an old school Holley intake, which is actually pretty cool. The Mallory ignition, which is probably junk by now. Looks like rats have eaten through most of the wires. And that's about it. I guess we're just gonna start working on this thing.
We wrote down most of the stuff that we need done here. We've got check oil, change oil, check spark plugs, add coolant, add fuel. Somehow we have no gas tank, so we'll figure that out when it comes to it. Put in battery cables, hot wire it, crank for oil pressure, and get her started. Alright, so it's dirty, which is fine. We're going to change it out anyway. But what you don't want is milky, coffee-looking oil.
Damn, that thing is still on there. Maybe leave that on there, actually. Yep.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, we're good. Yes, normal cars don't just get parked for 10 straight years.
Right. But it was his cousins or brothers or something?
It was the story he told me was it was his brothers. He didn't actually know his brother that well. They were kind of estranged, but he passed. He left him a house, and in the garage was this car. And
okay, so his brother left the car sitting there for 10 years.
Yes, doesn't really know anything about the car at all. But he had the pink slip. It was $1,200, and it had pretty much everything we needed, so we purchased it. The only Allen bolt in the entire engine.
Oh.
Just so I have to go get a different tool to be able to tighten it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel a lot of Allen bolts around.
It's temporary.
I was enjoying that seat, actually.
Hey man, that's genuine sheepskin.
I'm wondering if this sharp in here is gonna grow on us.
It's growing something. Alright. Spark plugs. They actually look great. We're not really trying to read it to like judge the tune so much as to see if there's anything wrong. See if there's anything wet on the threads, like maybe it's leaking coolant, maybe it's leaking fuel onto it, maybe this bad boy's broken, but it just looks kind of sooty, which is not necessarily bad. Let's put it back in and I think that's good. Alright, now we're going to do the messy part. There's a storm drain in the alley. Pour that down there. I'm just kidding, we're not doing that. So once you drain the oil, it's good to see if there's any sparkly stuff in it, which would be basically grinded up metal in your engine, bearings and whatnot. This looks actually really clean. I mean, it looks dirty. It doesn't look bad. Kind of smells like gas a little bit. I'm not good at the tall pour.
Spark
plugs. We kind of put the battery in.
We literally put the battery.
The battery is in fact
We
in.
literally hooked the battery up though.
But, okay, we'll do the batteries in. We'll talk about. We'll do the cables after that. Let's throw some water in it. I don't want to do coolant in case this thing's just gonna leak everywhere and ruin all my coolant that I just paid for.
No, this will work fine. I think it's gonna work more than. Oh God.
Alright, where are we at? Is that enough yet? No, almost. I guess I probably didn't need to.
Drink it up. There you go.
It's important to mix like water and battery and then add fuel too. Mm-hmm. It sounds almost full. Man, I was under there looking at the exhaust. There's like 10 holes in the exhaust. It's gonna sound like shit. We're gonna need to address that. Not right now, but we're gonna need to address
duct tape?
Yeah, you saw that duct tape on there? There's some that's just...
bandaged. It's just bandage on.
Whoever owned this, they knew what they were doing.
Ouch.
This booster here pulls vacuum off the manifold. And when you have a vacuum leak, it tends to run like shit.
Because it doesn't suck the air properly.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for just one. That's enough explanation for that. You can tell the rats have been eating it. It's with that guy.
And they're rats.
So we need to replace that with this. And I'm not even going to cut it to length. We're just going to stick it on there and leave it all long. Go ahead and get in the car. We'll see what happens. I have 50-50. Either it's going to do absolutely nothing or it'll crank. Hit that. Hit that. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Do it go down again? Ooh. The gauge right there on the top, tell me if that cranks. So I need that to go up. Crank it a little bit, like for like 5 seconds. Ooh, shit.
Sparks flying up?
Flip that switch the other way. Okay.
Shit on?
We were backwards. So now it's off. Man, I really
Classic
thought.
Nick.
Yeah, it's my fucking dyslexia.
Dude, you literally just tossed an electrical thingy in my fucking mug.
Did I? Because I clipped it off here, it must have just flown over. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. It's not the smartest thing I've ever done. But then again, it's not the dumbest thing I've ever done either. Damn, come on. That thing's like...
That's loose, dog.
Yeah.
Just gotta wiggle the jiggle.
Well, you can't wiggle this because it's hard mounted. So I'll pull off from this end. No, it was on there.
It's coming.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's going.
Come on.
There you go.
Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. Maybe. Possibly.
We're just gonna put that there and then throw some fucking gas in it.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe don't record this because this is pretty sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna get a little weird.
I mean, we're gonna record it, we just don't put it in the...
No, I'll record it. Yeah, I'm definitely record it. This is fucking funny. Okay, hold this right here.
Hello now.
Yeah, because if this does work, people will be doing it. That's what we're gonna do in a
Mazel
second.
tov.
Alright.
That's what they
lower.
say. Low, low, low,
Not that
low.
low. That's right there. Try not to.
Fuck this up. Gas on my hand.
Alright, lift it high.
Okay.
Is it gone?
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's try it one more time. I don't think that's enough. Alright. This should be enough to
Go, go,
get it
go.
to fire.
Alright. Oh, nope, shit.
Yeah. What happened?
There's more gas in here.
What?
There's More gas in here.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Alright, that's okay. Lower. Or all the way left. That way it all comes back out.
It's really all coming.
Oh, okay. That didn't work then.
It doesn't work.
You know, it should have. Dude, no fucking around. We need to get a fire extinguisher right now.
Okay. Where that?
Okay. We need to go into my house.
What?
And
Fuck
grab.
that. Not worth it.
No, I gotta grab the Pontiac keys. There's
Okay.
the fire extinguisher
Fire
in the trunk. Yeah, it's right by like the fridge in the garage. Or on top of the fridge.
Okay.
But it's red, can't miss it.
Looks like a fire extinguisher.
Looks exactly like a fire extinguisher. Alright, so we don't actually know if this is a good pump, but
Right.
let me see.
Something that seems good.
No, go under it. That's okay.
Oh, fuck. There I go assuming things. Oh, you're just gonna suck it right up.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, we'll turn the switch off and then crank it. Okay. It's not gonna. Alright, hold on.
Oh, you know what? The oil pressure looked like it went up a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Gonna throw some gas in here.
Yeah, it's a little gas.
All right, so we got it mostly buttoned up. We had gave it a little rough cranking, and it seemed like it wanted to start up. So we're gonna give this a shot and hope that it works. Fingers crossed. Switch on.
Alright, now go ahead and fire it.
And fire in 3, 2, 1.
Hit it again.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, how much? Nice! Okay, kill the switch.
Fuck
That's a success. Dude, that sounds pretty good. Even with all the exhaust leaks, I'm pumped, dude.
Let's high five that shit.
Let's
That's what's up.
Alright, drop it on the ground. Let's go do burnouts.
Alright! We got no brakes, right?
We got no brakes. If no brakes, this tire doesn't hold air. We got no sheet metal on the front.
But we're gonna do burnouts!
Yeah, but somehow we're gonna do burnouts.
Nice, dude.
I'm pumped, man. Now we just need to rebuild the whole suspension, put brakes on it, put brakes in the rear, hope the trans works, hope the rear end works, find a new bumper. I do have some sheet metal. All for about $3,000, and we've already spent, what, $1,500? 12 on the car, 3 on everything else we just did?
Okay.
So we got $1,500 left for wheels, tires, disc brake, sheet metal, bumper. Yeah, that's not happening. We're gonna have to do some bartering. Also, there's no power steering. We do have that power steering pump left over from that big block. We'll throw that on there. We'll have to make some brackets. We'll do that. Power steering, I want power steering. Address the brakes so we can get it down. Even if we just make the ones that are on it work for a bit. And I would like to try and drive it. Also, we need to get some sort of gas tank for this thing. Like,
They don't got one?
no, well, the guy says he has it, but he says it's in his shed somewhere, but you know what that means. We'll never see it. We could just put a gas can in the back, to be honest, if we really had to.
I like that.
We'll put a gas can just in the back of it, in the bed, and run it. It'll be fine. Brakes, power steering.
We need to maybe make sure that we need a new tire or something?
Oh yeah, that tire doesn't hold air. We need to do something about that. Dude, this thing's badass, Taylor. We got ourselves a running muscle car.
That's fucking what's up?
That was pretty clever though when we were trying to beer bong it. I really thought that was gonna work.
I didn't see why it wouldn't.
You know what? If it was a Holly carburetor instead of this piece of shit, would have worked.
Thanks for tuning in. Check out next episode. Subscribe to our Instagram for updates. If you like the video, like the video. Also subscribe. Make sure you get those updates. And we're done.